Today I want to talk to you about how you can make more Poshmark sales from your closet when you don't have a lot of initial followers. On Poshmark, it's all about the sharing, but you have to share smart, okay? So you have to understand who to share with, when to share, and all sorts of, nuances of that to get the most bang for your buck when you're sharing. If you're not ready to, spend money on automation software, or you're not ready to scale up past that initial phase and you just want to kind of manually share, typically when people first get started, they want to go to, their Poshmark feeds. So they'll go straight to the feed and they'll start sharing stuff from other people. Now, this can help get you more exposure because on Poshmark, as we understand, it's kind of like a like for a like on Instagram. Well, on Poshmark, it's a share for a share. So not everybody who's, if you share this person's piece of clothing, for example, they're not always going to share yours back. But typically, when someone shares something of your closet on Poshmark, it's that law of reciprocity. So you're going to want to share back with them. So that's a great way to get started, obviously, when you share from feeds. However, it's not going to give you the most bang for your buck because you don't know anything about these people's closets. You don't know that they have, X amount of followers. You don't know, if they're going to share back or anything like that. So you need to hack, Poshmark essentially and ask yourself two main questions. How can I share, from closets where people already have high following so I can leverage that share for share so I can get my products and my clothing in front of the largest possible audience when they're shared? And then number two, how can I ensure that, or give myself, not ensure, but how can I give myself the best chance so that when I share somebody's piece of clothing, they're more likely to share mine back? Two answers. I got both of them for you here today. So we're going to jump over to my phone and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. All right, so here we are on my phone. Now I'm going to pop the Poshmark app up really fast. And I want to show you, depending on where your, what your actual intention is, it might be easier to share from the app or it might be easier to share from your actual computer. Because obviously Poshmark's a website, but it's an app as well. So we're going to go through this here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do, when I want to ensure and answer those two questions. So what I would typically do is if you look up here on the top right hand corner, there's a little heart, and there's also a little plus person sign. And that's how you can follow other people. So I'm going to click the plus person sign. And that's going to take me here where I can search for brands. I can search for people specifically in my city, my college, or I can search for new Poshmark followers. You'll see here the top 4 right here. But if you look below that, and I'm actually a Posh ambassador myself, if you look below that, you'll see that it says connect with Posh ambassadors. And so what I would suggest that you do to get the most bang for your buck, to basically answer the question of, okay, how can I get my clothes to, the most possible and biggest potential audience out there and pretty much ensure that those people are going to share my items back? Well, you're going to share clothing from closets of the Posh ambassadors. So see here, right here, at City Casual Style. I'm going to go to their closet and maybe this is not for sale. This is all sold. And obviously you don't want to share sold things, so a lot of them will, if they have big enough closets, they'll have a lot of sold stuff. This person's a bad example. Let's just nix them. So we'll go to this Megan Rainsberg, and we're going to share 2 or 3 of her pieces of clothing, maybe 4. 4 max. I don't recommend going over 4 just because it'll take a little bit too much time, and you want to kind of, what's the word? You want to diversify the people that you're sharing. So we're going to share 4 of her pieces of clothing. And then we're going to go back. And we're going to go down to the next person. Or Plumeria. I don't even know how to say that. In Bloom. We're going to go and we're going to share some of her stuff. So this vintage Penny Hardaway. Share. And then this Minnetonka whatever shoes. Share. And then we'll share one more so you get the picture. And then basically what I would do is I'd go back down the list. Donna HRK. And I would share this closet as well, maybe 2 to 4 pieces of clothing from her. And what that's going to do is you'll see that this person's a Posh ambassador. She has 56,000 followers. This person, the next person down, let's just pick a random person. Let's pick this exclamation point. 63,000. Another exclamation point. 52,000. Amber Smith. 27,000. Tracy Tibbetts. 106,000. So you get the picture. Let's do D. Burke, 80,000. So the key here is this is the perfect place to go and share other people's closets, because you're not just sharing from your feed. You're not just sharing randomly. You're sharing from people who you know have big followings. So when they do feel that law of reciprocity and they do go to share your items back, they'll be sharing your items to their 80,000 followers, or to their 70,000 followers, or to their 300,000 followers. And that's how you can leverage share for share on Poshmark to sell more clothes. Because if they're sharing your clothes back when you guys go share for share and they're sharing your clothes to their followers, it obviously gives your items a bigger, a lot more eyes on them, thus giving you a greater probability to actually sell them.